All right, guys, I'm gonna take advantage of this moment. The baby is asleep still, so I just got done recording one video. I'm gonna try to quickly record another one before she wakes up. And I'm gonna talk about my most hyped and anticipated video games for 2024. I swear, I just made my 2023 hyped video like a few months ago. This year flew by for me. This is one of the most craziest years of my life. Probably the most craziest thing was anyways, as of right now, 2024 kind of seems like a slow year for gaming. There just aren't very many big, huge blockbuster hits that I'm aware of right now. Maybe an indie game can get its chance to shine and really impress everyone in the gaming industry. Maybe there's a little known game with small coverage that can really impress everyone and like show off. There are a lot of exciting games on the horizon, but nothing screams game of the year to me, you know what I'm saying? There's no God of War, there's no Zelda, there's no Baldur's Gate, there's no Elden Ring, there's no Alan Wake, there's no Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? There's just no big that game this year. You know what? I am excited to see what game really impresses us and tells us, hey, I'm game of the year, look at me, play me, love me.
Look at me, here I am, love me.
I'm waiting for that game, okay? And there's still probably a lot of games that I'm just unaware of or I'm just underestimating. Like I said, I'm excited, I want to see those games. But there is the much anticipated new Nintendo console rumored to release this year in 2024. And when that releases, it'll probably give us a lot of cool games at launch too, that we're just not aware of yet. All right, I have my honorable mentions and then my top 5 most anticipated hyped games of 2024. And a lot of these games don't have like a set release date, but are rumored or speculated to release sometime this year too. Our honorable mentions, and then also just stuff I want or I'm predicting. Star Wars Outlaws. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but an open world Star Wars game where you play as a scoundrel sounds pretty cool. Stellar Blade. Do I really have to say anything? Just look. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. They surprise announced Volume 1 and then just released it a few months later. So what's stopping them from doing that in 2024 with Volume 2? Final Fantasy 7.2. I still need to play Final Fantasy 7.1. Both look fun and epic and visually beautiful as video games. I have never played a Final Fantasy game, but I'm really excited to play these for the very first time. There's also other reasons I want to play it. Crazy Taxi Remake. One of my most favorite GameCube games growing up in my childhood was Crazy Taxi. I played this game all the time, so they're remaking it. They better have The Offspring on the soundtrack. That's all I'm saying. Last of Us Part 2 on the PS5. This is one of the best looking games on the PS4, so I'm not really sure why they're remastering it or why they need to. Maybe it's just a cash grab or they're just running out of ideas. But they are adding some bonus content like Lost Levels and a new play mode. I need content for YouTube. I'm gonna save a lot of clips. Some of my most viewed videos are Last of Us 1, so I'm gonna do the same thing with Last of Us 2. Crimson Desert. This game looks too good to be true. The footage so far looks insane. I'll believe it when it's actually released and in people's hands. But hey, there's fishing, and I love fishing in video games. You can also pet doggies and kitties. Donkey V, another game that looks too good to be true, and there's a reason for that. And it was announced years ago, and there's been like no updates recently. It looks like Pokemon and Monster Hunter, Persona 5, and a kid-friendly GTA all mixed together in one game. And you ride a fucking llama. I am sold, that's all I need to see. Give me this game. Also, the song that they made for the trailer is really dope. It's been stuck in my head for days. Apparently, DokeV and Crimson Desert are developed by the same team. And apparently, if my research is correct, Crimson is their #1 priority. They want to release that for 2024. And then DokeV will be afterwards, their next priority. And it looks like they want to release it for 2024, but might have to wait till 2025, so. Gory Cuddly Carnage. You play as an adorable cat with a talking hoverboard and bloody, violent carnage gameplay. Yes, just yes. Rise of the Ronin. This game looks crazy. Looks like a mix of Assassin's Creed, Ghost of Tsushima, and Sekiro. The Switch 2 Pro, whatever it's called, it's gonna release with new games, obviously, so I'm excited for whatever those games are. It's very heavily speculated the new Switch console will release in 2024. It has to. The Switch is really outdated at this point compared to PS5 and Xbox. It's like 1 or 2 generations behind at this point. New Halo campaign. The Infinite campaign came out over 2 years ago. It's time for a follow-up. We're due for a new campaign to follow the story up. Nothing is confirmed or even announced yet. That's just something I want. All right, number 5, we're gonna start off with BlackMythWukong. I believe this was an honorable mention on my 2023 list. Now it is confirmed for 2024. This looks like a very action-heavy RPG Souls-inspired game, but you play as a monkey fighting badass bosses in a beautiful world. We're gonna have one main weapon, it's like a staff, and we focus on that. We master it throughout the game, acquiring new abilities. The world to explore looks like mostly linear with optional side paths, and there's different armor sets to try with different stats and passive effects. Combat looks badass, fast-paced, and challenging. Boss fights and enemy types look crazy. A lot of animal types and a lot of different mythological beings. If this game lives up to the hype, this game can be Game of the Year for 2024. Our number 4 is Hellblade Senua 2. The first game was one of the most unique experiences I've ever had in a video game. It was confusing, emotionally draining, fun, disturbing, depressing, uplifting, inspiring, and badass. The music and sound design are some of the best I've ever experienced in all of video games. The final area and boss was one of the most epic sequences I've ever had in a video game ever. Please, if you haven't tried Senua, it's on Xbox Game Pass, play it. The visuals were the most impressive I've seen for the PS4, Xbox One era. Like, the visuals were amazing. I'm expecting this to be the most visually impressive game on the new Xbox Series X. I have no idea what the story will be. I barely understood the story in the first game. I think it's mostly up for interpretation. Obviously, our character Senua suffers from psychosis. She hears voices in her head, and she also sees things in her own reality. I see it as she's a female warrior in the real world hundreds of years ago, but her psychosis interprets her trauma and enemies as fantasy beings. It looks like in this game, we have allies in our gameplay. That's very intriguing and interesting. What exactly are they fighting together? What do the warriors see compared to Senua? Like, are they fighting the same thing? Or is it something in the real world, but Senua interprets it differently? I don't know. Are the allies actually real, or is she making them up? I feel like the first game was the perfect standalone game, and it didn't really need a sequel. But with the critical success of the first game, of course they have to make a sequel, especially now that Xbox owns the development company. They're in dire need of an awesome big title exclusive, so they need Hellblade 2. I interpreted her story to be over, and she finally healed from her trauma and accepted all the pain and suffering. So I'm not really sure what more there is to tell. It looks like in the gameplay, she's on the offensive and she's attacking. So I don't know, maybe she's out for blood. Also, this is a huge W for Xbox putting this on Game Pass. Number 3 is Elden Ring DLC and Spider-Man 2 DLC. Neither of these games' DLC is confirmed for a release date this year, but I'm really excited for both, so I'm just gonna put them both together in one spot. DLC for Spider-Man 1 in 2018 released very shortly after the game released in 2018. So hopefully the DLC for Spider-Man 2 comes out very soon, because one of the side missions heavily implies Carnage content, so I need to see what happens with Carnage. I want the story to be dark and violent and bloody. I need Carnage to be deadlier than Venom. Now, I will take any excuse to play more Elden Ring. I downloaded it on my Steam Deck, so there's another reason. I believe we have no information on the DLC right now, except it is in current development. I have so many questions. Would there be a boss harder than Melania? Do we have to start over as a new character? Can we use our pre-existing character? Do we have to beat the game first? Will our pre-existing character get nerfed to level 1 and start with no items? Are there gonna be new spirit summons, new weapons, new armor? Whole new map the size of Limgrave or bigger? Will the ending you choose in the main game affect the DLC? Can we still have Torrent? I need answers, man. This has a chance to be the best DLC of all time, any video game. And Elden Ring is my 3rd favorite video game of all time with over 500 hours of gameplay. I need this DLC in my life. All right, for number 2, this one's gonna be a little quirky, but go along with it, is my backlog. Now stay with me. First world problems, am I right? My backlog to play video games has never been bigger with all the amazing releases in 2023. I'm honestly hoping that 2024 is a slow year in gaming, because I need to catch up on so many games. So these are games I've already purchased and I have waiting in my library, or games I have played a little bit and I just need to finish at some point in 2024. Kenna, Forspoken, Bayonetta 1 and 3, Mortal Shell, Gran Turismo 7, Ghostwire Tokyo, Bugsnax, Summer and Mara, Batman Trilogy, Blasphemous 1, Cozy Grove, Far Changing Tides, Castle of Heart, Sifu, Dave the Diver, and Dredge, Control. If Horizon Forbidden West, this game came included with my PS5. I actually sold my original PS5 and then I bought the Spider-Man PS5. But when I got my original PS5, Horizon came included in the box. I loved the first game, I still need to play the sequel. Ghost of Tsushima DLC. Ghost of T is in my top 10 favorite games ever. And I've never played the DLC, I don't know why, I need to do it at some point. God of War DLC. I forgot all the controls and mechanics of God of War Ragnarok. I played it over a year ago. So they introduced a new gameplay mechanic. It's a roguelike with the DLC. It's free, I have to try it at some point, and also apparently it progresses Kratos' story and personal journey, so I need to play this. Ratchet & Clank on the PS5. I hate that I do this, but ever since I started posting gameplay videos for YouTube, when I'm thinking about what game should I play next, I look at the game and I think to myself, can I turn this into content for YouTube? Can I take gameplay clips and post it as YouTube shorts or whatever? And when I look at Ratchet & Clank, the answer is no. I don't know how I can turn it into gameplay clips. And I hate that I do this. I should just play the game that I want to play without worrying about YouTube, but I can't help it. I don't know why. I need to play this game. Witcher 3 DLC. I bought the DLC when I finished the main story of Witcher 3, but I hated the ending so much of Witcher 3, I pushed the DLC away and I said I'll do it a different time. Also, I want to hop back in and have Yennefer be my main companion, and then do the DLC afterward, because I had Triss as my main companion. Resident Evil 4, original and remake. I have it, it came in the mail today. I ordered it from Amazon like 2 weeks ago. It's here. I've heard nothing but good things from this remake and the original. I want to play both and compare them. Avengers. I got this on sale for literally $4. $4! I will try almost any video game. I've heard this game is mediocre, but it can't be that bad, can it? Baldur's Gate 3. I bought this on my Steam Deck and I've played about 10 hours or so. And so far, I'm liking it, not loving it. It's a little slow to get into and it throws a lot of mechanics at you. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm liking it, not loving it. I think this is gonna be the kind of game I take my time with. I'm gonna play it here and there throughout the year. I'm not gonna force myself, or I'm not gonna like speed run it or anything. I'm gonna take my time. Hopefully I can beat it by some point in 2024. Metal Gear Solid 2 on Master Collection. I played the part where you play as Snake, and then I got to Raiden, and then I put the controller down and I moved on for some reason. I'll come back and play it again. Hogwarts. I'm about 10 hours in and I'm liking it. Hopefully I can finish it sometime in 2024, but it's one of those games, it's not a high priority. I'll hop in and play a couple hours and then stop. I don't know. Metroid Prime Remastered. I keep trying to play this game, but every time I play it, I get bored. I don't know why. I've heard nothing but good things about this game, but it's kind of basic and boring? I don't know. God, don't yell at me, I'm sorry. I'll force myself to play it and finish it at some point. Now we're down to my #1 most hyped, anticipated video game of 2024. This is a horrible list. One of the spots was DLC, and neither of them are even confirmed for 2024. One of my other spots wasn't even a video game, it's my backlog. And then this spot is Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta SnakeEater. It's not even confirmed for 2024. But looking at the gameplay footage they showed us, it looks like it's well along in development. I'm expecting this to be out by 2024 fall or Christmas holiday time. I'm sure they're gonna release one more story trailer showing off all the main characters and how they look with their new animations. We're also gonna announce Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 at some point with that trailer, just like they did with the very first trailer. They showed Metal Gear Solid 1 Master Collection Volume 1 at the very end. I already did a whole video what I expect and what I want and why I'm so excited for this game. If you can't tell, Metal Gear Solid 3 SnakeEater is my favorite video game of all time. I don't know if you can tell. Is that obvious? Basically, I want a whole new movement system. Oh, baby's awake. Or just adapt the Fox engine from Metal Gear Solid 5 and put it into this game. I want a new camera system. I want over-the-shoulder aiming with crosshairs. I want a less complicated control system. I believe the original is the best stealth action video game ever made. But at the same time, it is a 2004 game, so it's kind of outdated. But at the same time, it's timeless. But the controls... It can definitely use some modern improvements. The control and movement system is kind of wacky. There was some new movement with the gameplay from the trailer. Oh goodness. Oh my god, you're getting so fat. In the trailer, they already confirmed and they already showed off a new movement system. This is my dream game. I've been fantasizing and hoping and dreaming for a SnakeEater remake for years, but I kind of accepted the fact it would probably never happen. But here we are. It's finally happening. It's reality. This is real. My Metal Gear Solid remake is happening. I have a baby. Shit is going down, man. Shit is happening. Konami has confirmed, and we even saw in the trailer, this game is a very faithful remake from the original with minimal changes and modern improvements added, or quality of life improvements added only. Nothing major has changed. I have never been more excited for a video game in my entire life. The SnakeEater remaster is here. It's happening. It's confirmed. I can't wait. What else is there to say? Look at my adorable baby. Oh. All right, guys, let me know what your most... Oh, she just farted or pooped. Oh, shit. Oh, let me know what your most hyped or anticipated video games of 2024 are. Anyways, let me know what you're most hyped for, and let me know how stupid my list was. I typed out a whole freaking script. This video better be worth it. Say bye, baby. Say bye. Bye.